Hello everybody and welcome to Elevate Your Life and Business with me, Gina Bianca, Global Salon Business Expert for Joico. Hey everybody and welcome back. This is video 2, Grinding It Out as a Stylist. I'm so excited to share with you a couple key points about starting your career off strong as a successful stylist, some things I wish I knew in the beginning, and some things I'm just really excited to share with you. So one of the most common questions I get is, how do I find the perfect salon? What should I look for? I get this question so many times and my answer is pretty consistent every single time. What you want to look for in a salon, if you're looking for an employee-based salon, especially something where you're going to be assisting and growing and starting out, you want to look for hourly consistent pay, a written down growth plan, continuing education, and a mentor. Okay, so let's go back and I will explain all of these for you. The first thing you want to think about is hourly pay. So when you're first starting out, it can be really stressful to just go in and start doing hair and not have any kind of consistency. You want to make sure that you have some kind of hourly pay getting you by. So while you're learning, growing, taking new guests, and while you're starting out, and if it's a little slow, you're still getting an hourly paycheck. It's super important to have hourly pay, and if you're gonna go straight from beauty school to booth rental, you might have to pick up a second job. You can simply Google your state and labor laws to get more information about this, but it's really important for the beginning of your career to have some kind of hourly pay. The second thing you should look for when you're looking for your first salon is continuing education. I always recommend that stylists take 8 to 10 classes per year. I know we're in a time where online education is key and we can't meet as much in person, but taking online classes, busting out a mannequin, trying the technique, taking pictures, and learning from your mistakes, that will count as one class. Simply watching a YouTube video doesn't cut it for me. I recommend investing in yourself, taking a bunch of classes, and taking it upon yourself to educate yourself first. But it's a huge bonus if the salon you're going to work for provides continuing education. It's very rare to find a salon that has all of these that I'm sharing with you, so if they have continuing education in the salon, it's a major bonus and it's something you should look for. The next thing that I always recommend people look for in their dream salon is a mentor. Somebody in the building you can mentor with, you can work next to, you can ask questions about anything, your business, your life, whatever. Somebody you can look up to. This is so important because when you're in the salon and you're starting out, you want to have people around you who care. A question you can ask during your interview is there anybody in the salon who mentors the team? Is there anybody in the salon who mentors the assistants? Who would you consider a mentor here? These questions are amazing questions to ask, and not for anything. As a salon owner, if somebody was asking me these questions, I would be like, wow, this person has a plan. So don't underestimate the power of a mentor. And I've had so many mentors in my life. In every salon I've ever worked at, I've had somebody to look up to. And those people were huge parts of why I'm sitting here today. So now that you know what to look for in your dream salon, the question always comes up, what if my salon isn't hiring? Guys, when my dream salon wasn't hiring, I worked for free. I volunteered as an assistant, I got my foot in the door, I worked at the front desk, I went in and washed bowls. When I was graduating hairdressing school, there was a salon I really wanted to work at. I used to get my hair done there, they had convinced me to go to hair school. They were really amazing people, but their structure, they didn't have the extra clients to give me and there was no hourly pay. And I was so determined to work there that I showed up and proved my value. I built their website, I washed bowls, I was an assistant, and I got so much education just by showing up and working for free. It's rare to see somebody do something like that. Just because they weren't hiring doesn't mean the door is slammed in my face. A lot of the time when the door is slammed in your face, it bounces open a little bit and you just got to put your foot through it. And if you can swallow your pride and show your work ethic, you never know where that might lead you. So my next tip for a stylist who's grinding it out is a marketing tip. People always ask me, Gina, how do I get new clients? And my answer is generally the same. The best way to get new guests is to focus on the ones that you have by creating an amazing guest experience and having a rock star referral program, okay? So let's start with guest experience. Sitting down, planning your guest experience and planning your service experience is gonna set you apart from everybody else. Most people don't plan this out, they just let it happen. Another amazing way to get new guests is to have a rock star referral program. I know I touched on that a little bit, but there's a big difference between having a referral program and executing the referral programs. But the best piece of advice I can give you is a meaningful ask. This is a consistent thing I always did and it always worked, okay? Are you ready? I would look them in the eye and I would just say, the best compliment you can give me is sending me your friends and family, and I will treat them and service them the same way I treat you, and I will make it crazy for them to get their hair done anywhere else. It's a meaningful ask. This is what I would say over and over and over again. I've been doing this for 10 years and it's something I consistently did, and I was consistently booked, busy, getting referrals with a wait list and price increases. Okay, everybody, so far we've talked about how to find your perfect salon, how to market yourself as a successful stylist while you're grinding it out. And the third thing I want to share with you is know your numbers. This is the most important thing, in my opinion, for any stylist, for any business owner, for everybody. Because if you aim at nothing, you will hit it every single time. So the first number that you want to focus on is your productivity. So productivity is how busy am I? The way that you figure this out is how many hours do I have available, and then how many were booked and sold. So my benchmark for productivity that I tell every stylist to strive for is 80 to 85%. Anything lower than that, you have room to grow. And anything above that, you might not be able to give the best guest experience. So if you're super busy, super booked, 100%, 200% booked, and as a stylist who's been doing this a long time, I used to be like, I'm 200% booked. My guests were not getting the best experience and I was burnt out, okay? You do not have to be burnt out. When you're at 80% productivity for a good while, a few months, consistency, that's the perfect time for a price increase. The way you can improve new guest and existing guest retention, guest experience, and pre-book. These two things, an amazing guest experience and a high pre-book percentage, major key. So focusing on productivity, pre-book, and guest retention, those things that happen, if you can focus on them and then look at your service and retail numbers, everything is going to drive forward. The salon you work at should have this all set up for you, but if they don't let it hold you back. You're watching this video, you have the information, watch it a couple times and put things into action and keep yourself moving forward. I hope I gave you a lot of information to take your business to the next level as a hairstylist. It's truly one of the most beautiful professions in the world. We get to touch people at their heart, we get to make people look and feel beautiful every single day, and there's so much room to grow. What you do as a stylist is the building block and the foundation of what else you can do in the industry. You have to build your credibility, you have to build your work ethic, and this is where everything starts. I encourage you to enjoy this time and find joy in the entire journey. Okay, everybody, we've reached the end of video 2 in the Elevate Your Life and Business series, Grinding It Out as a Stylist. I hope I gave you a lot of information to think about, and I'll see you in my next video, Evolving as an Independent Artist. Can't wait to see you then. Before you go, don't forget there are bonus digital downloads below.